Alright, well, what we're working on here today is a 99 Volkswagen Beetle Bug. It's got an AEG 2.0 liter 4-cylinder in it, and it's leaking from this hose right there. And it doesn't leak while it's sitting. It only leaks after you start it up and it gets a little pressure and it just shoots water out. So the way I got this hose out, it came out from in between that wire there, and I kind of had to squeeze it around to get it past this oil line, because you all know that oil line's a pain. So anyway, this particular item is probably about an hour job. This bracket that holds the coil pack on has to come off, and it actually sits in there like this. Yeah, that particular metal pipe goes behind this, so it has to come out. It's got 3 6mm Allen head bolts on it. I took this water neck housing off. Okay. Now this particular bolt here has a stud on it, okay? I don't know if you can see it, it's in the bag there. It's got a stud on it, and that stud goes on this little slotted doodad right here. I have no idea why they slotted or what it matters. You can't get this thing off with all that on there, okay? The knock sensor goes right here. That's got to come off because that pipe gets stuck in between this distributor type housing, whatever this housing is here. I think that's an oil pump drive housing, something in that range. No, that's not oil pump. Anyway, it gets stuck in between there, and so you have to take that knock sensor out. Now you can take this other knock sensor out too. That might help a little bit. But after that, there's not much to it. You just take the water neck housing off, and then that little guy comes out. It's got a bunch of hoses on it. It's got a bunch of hoses. It's a really good idea to have a double articulating needle nose with the 45 on it. That helps a lot for a lot of these spring type clamps. And then of course the 6mm Allen. And then I use some of these pliers I got off Amazon. Those are super cool. And then this is what I use to get some of those hoses off. That and a little bit of WD-40. WD-40, just stick this in there, get a little crack in there and shoot some WD-40 and work it in. That hose comes right off. Let's have a look at the brand new one and see what's going on with that. Now this is the part number for the brand new one I got. I guess it's made in Germany. I don't know. It doesn't say where it's made in at, but that's the part number for it. Got it off of Amazon. Coolant pipe. It's kind of a tricky deal to find it, so keep looking. I think I got it for, 25, 30 bucks, somewhere in that range. This is what the new one looks like. Looks pretty good. I'm going to try to not ding it while I'm putting it in there. The place where the other one was leaking was right here. I thought about fixing it, but nah, no way. I'll just put a brand new one on there and be done with it. It's not that expensive. Anyway, alright, take it easy. I was going to mention that this O-ring that's on the old one, probably no good. The new pipe assembly does not come with an O-ring, so I'm going to have to scrounge something up. I did not know it wasn't coming with one, so anyway, just a word of warning. Alright, so we're just going to catch up with what's going on here in the progress. Down here where we can see these bolts, we got one there, one now, you can't see that one there. That's kind of how it all looks. Now this is the tube, and one of the little ears of that tube has to go there like that on that. At the same time, on the other end, you have that little green O-ring down there. That needs to plug into the hole. So I'm going to try to get this stuck in there. I can't really hold the camera on this deal, but that's how it looks and that's how it goes. Hope this helps somebody out to get that thing stuck in there. Alright, so I'm having trouble with this O-ring that goes in that hole right there. This little green O-ring, I just dug up any old O-ring that I could find, and it's pretty good size. So what I did is I got a die grinder and I put a bevel on that edge, and I don't know if anybody could see that or not, but when you feel it with your finger, it's got a pretty sharp edge. So I went around it with the die grinder and put a bevel on it and grease it up real good. I'm going to try it and see if I can get it to go in. The first attempt failed. I don't know if you can see the damage, but it kind of cut that O-ring a little bit, so we don't want to do that.